So, you've checked in your bag, gone through security, probably stood in a couple more unnecessary lines, and strolled through the square people pipe. You step onto the plane and turn right. It's time to make a decision. But will choosing where you sit really have a say in how likely you are to survive a plane crash? Let's find out. Obviously, the standard disclaimer is that planes are extremely unlikely to crash. Statistically, no one watching this video will be in one. But at 3 greens we have a morbid curiosity. And since you're watching this video, I'm guessing you do too. United 232 crashed at Sioux City in 1989, after an uncontained engine failure made the plane basically uncontrollable. 112 of the 296 occupants died. But looking at the seat map, we can see that most of the passengers who survived were in the middle of the plane, suggesting that there is a correlation between seating position and crash survivability. When we look at survivability factors in plane crashes, we tend to look at how they affect the plane as a whole, not sections of the plane or classes of the plane, let alone individual seats. So maybe these factors can vary just enough that different seats can be affected in different ways. Time magazine scavenged through the FAA's database of aircraft accidents between 1985 and 2000. What they found supports this hypothesis. Results showed that the back of the plane had a 32% fatality rate, middle 39%, and the front 38%. Wait, hang on, that doesn't make sense. I thought we were saying the middle of the plane was the safest. These stats don't look right. Well, Time took these stats from accidents across a period of 35 years, but they actually only found 17 with seating charts that could be analysed. Not the most statistically significant if you ask me. So what if we ask aviation experts? They surely know what they're talking about. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, when you choose your seat, you must sit in the middle at the back of the plane. No, you should be 5 rows away from the exit. No. Whatever you do, you should sit in an aisle seat. What? This is all getting way too confusing. Let's take a look at another case study. American 1420. It crashed when the MD-82 slid off the runway at Little Rock in 1999. Out of the 145 occupants, 11 people tragically died. But looking at the seat map, they were all in different parts of the plane. Some at the front, some in the middle, and some at the rear. Even the cases of severe and minor injury appear to be scattered randomly. So, what do we make of all this? Is there simply no safest seat on a plane? Well, that is the thinking of the FAA and most aviation experts. But we can see that in some accidents, like United 232, seat position is undeniably a factor in who survives. Survivability itself is determined by 3 factors. If you haven't seen my video on them, it's in the description. Clearly, for United 232, the impact forces were greatest at the rear of the plane, and the smoke was at its worst here. When the plane crashed, it impacted the rear first before rolling inverted. So say if the crash occurred slightly differently, impacting nose first rather than rolling inverted, would the injury map look slightly different? Would the survivability have been different? We'll never know, but I would dare say it would have. So, while there's no general safest seat on the plane, fatalities on some crashes can be spread inconsistently, based on how the crash actually occurs, and what survivability factors are at play. So there's really not much you can do when you choose your seat, apart from one thing. When you get on a plane and choose it, remain aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to where your nearest exit is. That's one thing you can control, which will directly influence your chances of surviving.